Hey everyone, it's Jordan, the Millionaire Millennial. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so. Be sure to click that bell so you get notified anytime that I release a new video. In this video, I want to talk about some questions that I've been getting about Shopify. Is Shopify a viable business? Is it better than Amazon? Is it better than eBay? Should I do Amazon FBA? Should I sell on Shopify? Should I do both? Should I do neither? I'm going to answer all those questions in this video. So let's run through the pros and cons of selling on Amazon versus selling on Shopify. So in my mind, a very important part of selling on Amazon is the fact that you get access to their huge customer base. Amazon is one of the largest retailers in the entire world, and selling your product on their marketplace gives you insane exposure. And so that in and of itself is a big enough pro for me. But let's go through some more pros for selling on Amazon. You won't have to actually fulfill any products yourself, and you're able to offer your customers 2-day shipping, which is something you really can't do on Shopify unless you have a good fulfillment network already set up. So you have a lot of customers because you're selling on Amazon, and you're able to fulfill those orders a lot faster because you're selling through Amazon FBA. But what would be a big downside of selling on Amazon FBA versus Shopify? Well, the biggest downturn of selling on Amazon is that you don't have direct access to your customers. And this is something that upsets a lot of sellers, including me, because we're not able to reach out to our customers and bring them back in to buy more products from us or buy other products that we think that they'll enjoy. Our marketing is essentially left in the hands of Amazon, and they do a pretty good job of it, but I want to be able to have a list of my customers so that I can contact them when I launch a new product and let them know that, hey, I'm launching this new product, and since you bought this product before from me in the past, I really think you'll like this one. That would help out a ton when launching new products. It will also help out when you're trying to resell to customers that maybe almost buy your product but decided not to at the last minute. You can follow up with those people and see, hey, why didn't you decide to buy this product? Can I offer you a coupon or anything like that? Some sort of follow-up sequence that will have access to our customers. So that's a big downturn of selling on Amazon. The other downside, which really isn't a downside if you look at it from a different point of view, but a lot of people consider it a downside, is the fact that there's a lot of fees related to selling on Amazon. And to be honest, I really don't think of this as a downside because you have to pay these fees whether you're selling on Shopify, on eBay, or any other fulfillment network. If you want to be able to offer 2-day shipping to your customer, you're going to have warehouses all over the country. You're going to have a shipping network that is very fast and very advanced, aka UPS or FedEx. You're also going to have to be able to pick, pack, and ship orders in a very small time frame in order for it to get to the customer in that expected window. So if you were to offer 2-day shipping on your Shopify store, you're going to be paying all of those costs directly instead of indirectly through Amazon FBA, because it does cost quite a bit of money to warehouse all your goods, package them, pick them, boxes, packaging, and all the other things that go into prepping a package to be sent to a customer, and then you have to pay for shipping to that customer. When you're using Amazon FBA, the FBA fee covers all of that. It covers the picking, the packing, and the shipping to the customer. So to me, I don't think the FBA fee is really that big of a deal. And in fact, I think it's probably a lot cheaper than having to set up your own fulfillment network and do all of that kind of stuff yourself. But let's switch over to Shopify and see what are the pros and cons of selling on Shopify. Well, a big pro on Shopify is, of course, direct access to your customers. Everybody that comes to your store, you can now track them. You can have their email and their name. You can follow up with them. You can send them other products that you're selling. You can ask them to spread the word. And of course, you can do promos and giveaways directly to customers that have bought from you in the past. And so you're more likely to be able to sell to people that have bought from you before. Another big pro to selling on Shopify is you have a very large creative reach as far as what your sales page looks like. And you're able to design your entire store from the ground up so that you make it look like what you want it to look like. And it can be fun and unique and colorful. And that's not something that you can do on Amazon because they have a very strict structure to their listing. They have the picture, the title, the bullets, the description, and the reviews. And you can't really add on to that. You can't change the colors. You can't do anything. So you really miss out on the ability to customize your store and make it look the way that you want it to look. But now we're going to get into the downsides of Shopify. And these downsides are personally why I don't sell on Shopify, because to me, Amazon is just a better deal than selling on Shopify. So the downsides to selling on Shopify are really deal breakers for me. The first one, and probably the biggest, is you have to have a pretty big advertising budget because you have to be able to get people to your site. When you make a Shopify store, there is absolutely nobody in the entire world that's going to find your site because there's so many other Shopify sites. If you just make a website and you put some products on there that you're selling, unless you tell somebody about it, unless you encourage someone to come to your website, no one will ever visit your store. And that's not the case with Amazon, because there's millions and millions of people on Amazon every single day buying stuff. So they can come across your product completely by accident, end up loving it, and end up buying it. No one's going to see your Shopify store unless you spend an insane amount of money in advertising. So the startup cost to start a Shopify store, I would say, is definitely higher than starting on Amazon. So for people that don't have a lot of money on hand, that might be a big roadblock. And now you might be saying, well, okay, you don't need that much money to start a Shopify store, and when you spend that ad money, it comes back in the form of sales, and you end up making that money back, and you get a good ROI. And that's totally true, if you know what you're doing. The problem is, a lot of people when they start a Shopify store have no clue what they're doing. They don't know how to run Facebook ads effectively, and they don't know how to follow up with customers. They don't know how to make email funnels. They don't do all the things that you really need to be doing if you have a Shopify store. They just throw up a store, tell their friends about it, maybe post about it on Facebook, and when no one buys any of their products, they get a big frowny face and they just give up because they're like, no one's buying my products, no one's interested. It's not that no one's interested, it's that no one's seeing it. So the big problem with selling anything is that you have to have exposure to your customer. Another big downside is, of course, fulfillment. You're not going to be able to offer free 2-day shipping like you can on Amazon, because it's really almost impossible to do that if you're fulfilling your own orders. A lot of people set up Shopify stores and drop ship from AliExpress. The shipping from AliExpress can be several weeks. Some people don't care if it takes several weeks for their product to get there. Some people are used to that, but a lot of people that spend a lot of time shopping on Amazon will hate that. And they'll say, no, I want my product now, I just bought it, I want it here in 2 days, or my money back, and I'll never buy from you again. And that can be a really tough problem to deal with for new sellers setting up a Shopify store, because they need a fulfillment network set up that they can use in order for them to get their products to their customers in a timely manner. So you'll have to have products already in your country and ship locally using UPS or FedEx or USPS. You also have to hold inventory yourself in a warehouse or something like that, and that's all on top of your advertising budget. So people that are constantly complaining about the Amazon FBA fee and how it's so expensive, compare that to the Shopify cost when you have to fill all the orders yourself, when you have to pay for all the ad spend to promote your products. Amazon FBA actually ends up being cheaper because they're already an established fulfillment network all over the country. Now, like I said, you can drop ship from AliExpress into your Shopify store, and that's what almost everybody that's doing Shopify that's successful is doing, because they don't have fulfillment networks, they don't have things set up. But the problem is you're only getting a fraction of sales that you would be able to get through Amazon if you were doing the same thing. If you're charging $20 for a product and you offer free 2-day shipping versus free 30-day shipping, it's obvious which one the customer is going to go for. They're going to go for the 2-day shipping because it's the same product at the same price, but they get it a lot faster. Overall, in my opinion, I would say Amazon FBA definitely wins. You can try out Shopify and you can try out FBA, and you can compare the two yourself to see which one you like more. And if you like Shopify more, then go for it. But for now, I'm going to stick with Amazon FBA because it's the most viable choice, at least in my mind. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope it helped you out. I hope it answered some of your questions, and I'll see you guys in my next video.